Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my latest update in my skincare project pan. I started this project pan this year as an attempt to get through some what I call specialty skincare items that I have in my collection that I've just been sitting around for a while, and I noticed that there was an opportunity to go through them a little bit better than I have been, and so I decided to start this project pan to do that. Really, it just serves as inspiration for me to be better about using up my skincare products that have been sticking around in my collection a little bit too long. So before we get into this month's update, which it's gonna be a good one because I have 2 new empties that I think I promised you all last month. So I fulfilled my promise this month, which I'm excited about. I did get my hair done over the weekend and I asked for some caramel to be put in. I feel like I know I am. I'm getting some grays, and so I thought I needed a little bit of color to help with the blending of those, and so I went with this. Hopefully you all like it. I'm kind of like so-so about it right now. I loved it when I was in the salon, and then after I was looking in it, and then like some lights I feel like it looks a little bit orange, which I don't love, but looking at it now, like in my viewfinder, I think it looks really nice. I think it's a little bit more color maybe than I had originally wanted, but it is what it is. It's in the hair now, and I'm just gonna have to get used to it. My hairstylist is pregnant with her second baby, and she's going to be going on maternity soon. So I wanted to get in before she went out on maternity, and it's kind of like, I hope I like it because I'm probably not gonna see someone else until she is back from that. All right, even though I got 2 empties this month, I feel like my overall numbers were quite low, but sometimes I feel like just with these type of products, they just have been kind of low in general, which is okay. But I am excited, even though that the numbers weren't like the highest numbers ever, I was still able to finish up 2 products. We're gonna go ahead and start first with my Loving Tan 2 Hour Express Platinum. I used this one time this month, which has kind of been my goal every month, is to just get like one usage of my tanner. I feel like I go through quite a bit of the bottle itself, so I am happy with that. You'll be able to see that when I weigh this on the scale, the difference from month to month. It's quite significant even with one use. And I used this right before we went on vacation. So we went down to Florida for like 5 days with my family, and I knew that I was going to be in the sun in the bathing suit, and I haven't obviously gotten any sort of like real tan thus far this year until we went down there. So I wanted a little bit of color on my skin, and so I used this and it looked really nice. I do enjoy using this. It's one of those things where like once I have it on, I actually really like having the tan. It is the process of putting it on. It just feels extremely tedious, and I don't like sleeping in it. I don't like that sticky feeling, but that's usually how I wear it. I put it on like right before I go to bed, sleep in it, and then rinse it off in the morning. And that works the best for me instead of leaving it on throughout the day. I think that would even be even more uncomfortable for me. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm happy with the one use. I'm gonna continue, my plan is to continue to get at least 1 use a month on this until we hit the empty. I feel like it's probably maybe like 2 or 3, maybe 3 uses away. There really just doesn't feel to be that much product left in here. Like I said, I feel like I use up quite a bit with just like 1 full body tan. Next is my Firm X Peeling Gel Exfoliant. I used this product 2 times. This is kind of one of those gel exfoliants that you put on your face and then you rub it in and it balls up, and it's supposedly taking dead skin off your face. I will say every time I use this product, my skin feels super soft after, and I really enjoy that. I only used it twice this month because I honestly forgot about it for a little bit, and that is why a lot of these specialty skincare products are in this project in general, is because they're not part of my daily skincare routine, and I use my daily skincare routine daily, so like I have no issue in remembering to do that. But it's like these other products that are not part of it on a regular basis, I almost forget to use them. Years and years ago, I had this kind of like routine where I would do like a mask every week, and because it was part of this like weekly routine, I like never forgot, and I always made sure I did my mask. And so I wonder if I need to like re-implement that in some way for some of these products. Like I do this exfoliator every Monday, and then I do a mask every Thursday. I don't know exactly, like maybe I need to think about it a little bit more about when that makes sense, but maybe that will help me get a few more uses on these instead of just like, oh, I remembered to do it and then that's when I decided to use it. I think having a little bit more structure might actually help me a bit. Next is my Strivectin Anti-Wrinkle Intensive Eye Concentrate for Wrinkles. I used this 8 times this month and I got the empty, so this is one of my empty products for this month. I'm super excited to have gotten the empty on this because this is definitely something similar to this that just was like sitting in my drawer that I was not pulling for, because eye creams are just not a part of my regular skincare routine, even though maybe they should be. And so I've tried my best throughout this project to make this a part of my regular skincare routine, and that has helped me get the empty on this. So I'm really excited to be able to say that this one is completely used up, put it in the empties bin. I don't know if I really truly noticed any difference using this. I probably didn't use this frequently enough to be able to say like, yes, this eye cream really helped me with XYZ, because even though I tried to implement this as part of my daily skincare routine, it really wasn't. Like this month I used it less than a quarter of the month. That all to say, like, I am happy that I got this used up and got that extra moisturization around my eyes. I also put it on like my 11s and on my forehead. That's usually like where I like to put it. So it was nice like using it. I just don't know if I'm really ever going to be spending more money on eye creams. I have another one that I do want to finish up as part of this project. To go out and say I'm going to pick up an eye cream, I'm just probably not going to do that, because I have done it in the past, and now the eye creams are in my skincare project pan in an attempt to get me to use them. Next is my Andalou Naturals Pumpkin Honey Glycolic Mask. I only used this one once, but I feel like I made a pretty decent dent in the actual product in here. I go back and forth between these two products in this project because they're both exfoliators, and so I need to be careful about how often I'm using them. I definitely could have used each of these more. I only used them a combined total of 3 times, so I definitely had some opportunities for higher numbers there, but I'm also trying to be smart about how much exfoliating I'm doing on my face. So I am happy that at least I got use for both of them, and I am also happy just to see like the product usage in here looks pretty significant. I still kind of feel the same way about this one as I have in the past. I feel like when you put it on, it kind of like has this like burning sensation that then goes away, and when I rinse this off, I feel like my face is super soft, which I really like. I haven't really noticed any of like the brightening effects, to be honest, but again, me using it once a month, is that enough consistent usage to actually be able to notice that? Probably not. All right, and last is my other empty, and this is my Naturium Salicylic Acid Body Spray 2%. So I probably should have had this one finished up last month, and I didn't. So I made it a promise that I would get it done this month, and I did. It only took 2 more uses to get the empty on this, and I just have been spraying this on a cotton round and then using it on anywhere where I'm getting like shave bumps. And again, only 2 uses this month, so hard to say like if it's working or not, but it is something that I know salicylic acid actually really helps with that. So it could be something in the future that maybe I would repurchase and actually attempt to try and use as a treatment for that. I originally bought this to help me like after post-workout, like on my back. But then I started just making sure that I was jumping in the shower immediately after a workout instead of sitting around for a half hour and then jumping in the shower. So that has helped that situation, and then I just kind of had to figure out other uses for this. So again, I don't know if I'm going to repurchase it or not, because it ended up being one of those things that I had to pull in this project to finish up, but it would be interesting to test it for the shave bumps theory. Okay, so that is it for my update. These 3 products are sticking around for next month, and then I'm going to be rolling into additional products to work on, so super excited to be able to share that with all of you. Before I roll those products in, I'm going to obviously be moving these 2 products to my empties bin, so definitely be on the lookout for my next empties video. It's going to be a good one because I have Project Pan makeup empty, these empties, plus obviously a variety of other empties that I finished up across the last like month or 2, so definitely stay tuned for that. And then I have selected a couple of products that I want to roll in to replace the 2 that I'm rolling out. First one being an eye cream. So this is the Acure Ultra Hydrating Eye Cream, adaptogens and green coffee for thirsty skin. I have no idea about this. Again, I think it's something that I purchased that just like I've never really used, just like this one, and so it's time. I got that one finished up. I'm gonna roll this one into this project. I don't think I have any other eye creams in my collection, so I'd be happy to get this one finished up, and I'm gonna try my best to make this a regular part of my routine and just use it morning and night. We'll see if that works. At least I want to use it in the evening time, and I would like to try and use it like 3 to 4 times a week. That would be ideal. I have never used this before, so I don't really know anything about it. So next update, I will give you my thoughts about that one. And then the next product is actually 3. So I have a variety of different sheet masks and under eye patches that I just have had and haven't used. And so I wanted to roll in those products, but I have so many of them that it felt kind of silly to just like put one in this project, but it also felt silly to roll in like 25 of them. So I decided to kind of split it a little bit, and I'm gonna roll in 3 at a time. So I kind of just closed my eyes and picked out 3 products. I don't know anything really about these. Some of these were gifts, some of them I picked up, some of them were like samples. Like there could be a variety of different places these came from. I think anytime that I decide I wanna roll in sheet masks, I'll just roll in 3 and then we'll try and use those up. So the first is this Avatara. You see this vitamin C water gel mask. So I'm rolling that one in. I'm rolling in the Demora 24K gold under eye patches. And then I'm also rolling in this Tony Moly I'm Lotus mask sheet. The thought on these is these masks are more like moisturizing and not exfoliating. And then these products are kind of like my exfoliating products. So we'll see. Hopefully I have no issues with my skin. Let me know if I'm mixing that up at all, but those are my updates for this month. I've really been enjoying this project. I know it's a little bit of a departure for my channel and what I normally do, but it's been really nice for me to be able to see like very visible progress in my skincare collection as I've been able to move through some of these products. So that's been really nice, and it just feels good to be able to like pull 3 of these out of my drawer that's been stacked with them and to say like that is my goal to finish those up and just find more space now in my collection. So I hope all of you are enjoying these videos as well. Thank you so much for watching, and like I said, I think my next video will be my empties video, so definitely stay tuned to check that one out. I hope all of you are doing well and staying safe, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye.